It's Squirrelly Storytime.
Once upon a time there were 3 silly goats. They needed to cross the river to go to the valley and find their clothes. They were in the buff. They were simply wearing their birthday suits. No clothes at all, these 3 silly goats buff. They came upon the little wooden bridge that would help them cross the little river. Under this little wooden bridge lived an old washing machine. It was bent and dented all over with a lid on top that was crooked and rusty. First, the smallest silly goat buff came to the little wooden bridge to cross it. His cute little hooves made the sound crop, 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 crop while skipping along the bridge. "Who's that walking on my bridge?" creaked the old rusty washing machine.
"Oh, it is only I, the smallest silly goat buff, and I'm crossing the river to go to the valley to find my clothes,"
said the small goat in a small voice. "But I need dirty clothes to eat. Do you have some? Feed me," moaned the rusty old washing machine.
"Oh, I don't have any dirty clothes for you. If I did, they would be the smallest clothes and would not fill your giant washer tub. Wait until the next silly goat buff comes. Whoa! Who is much bigger than me?"
And with that, the smallest silly goat buff scampered along, crossing the little wooden bridge to the other side. A few minutes later, the second silly goat buff came to the bridge and started to cross. Crop, 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 right over the little wooden bridge. "Now, who is that walking on my bridge?" creaked the rusty old washing machine.
"Oh, this is the middle of medium silly goat buff, and I'm going to the valley to get my clothes,"
said the medium-sized goat in a medium-sized voice. "Did you say clothes? Do you have dirty clothes to feed me? I smell something stinky. Please tell me it's dirty clothes," moaned the rusty old washing machine.
"Oh, I'm just a medium-sized goat, and any clothes I have would never fill a giant washer tub. Wait a few minutes until the big silly goat buff comes along and has to cross the bridge. A big silly goat buff is much bigger and more stinky than me."
With that, the medium silly goat buff skipped along, crossing the little wooden bridge to the other side. Sure enough, a few minutes after that, the big silly goat buff came crop, crop, crop on the little wooden bridge. The biggest silly goat buff was so big that the little wooden bridge shook and creaked underneath. "Who's that walking on my bridge? So many visitors today, but none as big and stinky as you," creaked the rusty washing machine.
"It is I, the biggest silly goat buff,"
said the big silly goat in a loud, silly voice. "I am going to need some dirty clothes as payment, preferably stinky ones with a good old stench in them. Now is the time, give them to me," snapped the rusty old washing machine.
No way, I don't play that way. Wanting and demanding don't work with me. Maybe next time you'll learn to ask nicely.
With a flick of its little goat tail, the biggest silly goat buff scampered right along, knowing that nobody could bully it into doing anything it didn't want to do. The three silly goats buff all reached the meadow in the valley and frolicked in the sunshine the rest of the glorious afternoon. They forgot all about finding those clothes because, well, after all, they're goats and goats do not wear clothes. In fact, if they had found them, they would have likely tried to eat the clothes. And maybe they had indeed already done that just earlier. With everything right in the meadow, they played happily ever after.
Was there a time when you were brave? Was there a time when you stood up and did the right thing? I bet there was. You should always be proud of yourself for doing the right thing. Let us know about it, or tell a favorite grown-up. And thanks for hanging out with us today, friend. If you'd like to help us create more videos just for you, click the thumbs up and subscribe. We'll see you soon.